What is up, guys and girls? Welcome to Lone Star College Football. Today it is just me. Christian's a little bit busy. I'm just gonna go ahead and go over this Oklahoma State Baylor game. I know a lot of people aren't gonna want to hear about it. I really don't care for talking about it, but it's got to be done. So our Baylor Bears lost at home to the Oklahoma State Cowboys in a game that we could have won, but I feel like everybody had our expectations a little bit too high this season, me included. Me included. Um, we have so many young guys. We don't really have the depth as far as skill players with seniority, people that have been there and in the program for a while. It's a lot of young guys that we're having to rely on. Just to talk about, go ahead and start in with Blake Shapen. 28 of 40, 345 yards. I believe that's his career high. Two touchdowns, two picks. Talking about the two picks, one of those was not his fault, in my opinion. I feel like that was on Gavin Holmes. It hit him right in the hands, just kind of bounced off, and Oklahoma State guy happened to be in the right place at the right time. Um, I feel like that second one was kind of like a trash time kind of thing. And I guess he didn't just want to overthrow Cameron, so he decided to short arm it. This is one of those things he didn't get enough air under the ball. But I mean, besides those two plays, he played great. I mean, he was at 70%, which can't ask for too much better than that. I think he played pretty good. I think it just came down to little mistakes, and I don't want to say coaching, but I know it seems that it is. It's just one of those things where it's like, okay, look, here's our situation. Analytics are telling me this. This is what's going on, and I'm going to go with my analytics, which has been working for Baylor. So I don't want to hear people put this on the coaching, which during the game, right after I was like, okay, we can't be doing stuff like that. But like going for it on 4th and 2 on like I think it was around the like 7, somewhere in there within the red zone. If Richard Reese, I believe it was him, would have just cut inside, he had a wide open touchdown. Like it's just little things that young guys have to be able to get learn from. You know what I mean? But speaking of Richard Reese, man had 17 carries for 85 yards. 85 yards doesn't sound great, but whenever you hear it, 17 carries, averaging 5 per carry and 1 touchdown, it's a pretty good game, especially for a true freshman. Dude is a true freshman. Quaylon Jones had 4 carries, 21 yards. Sproul had 2 carries for 11 yards. Richard Reese was the only one that touched the end zone there. I don't know if Blake Shapen took a sack. It didn't pop up right there. But Monterey Baldwin had himself a game, right? 7 catches, 174 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a long of 70. He's fast. He's that's a fast dude. I saw on that big 4th down play, he went to like 22.8 miles per hour, which is stupid fast. Hal Presley had a pretty good game himself. Only getting 4 catches for 39 yards, averaging 9.8. It's one of those things that we still have to be able to find our breakout guys. Gavin Holmes, 2 catches for 23 yards. I want to say he had 2 or 3 drops that hit him in the hands. And being a receiver is one of those things where it's like, come on, man, it hits your hands. You got to be able to make that play. One of them was for a first down. I think 2 of them were for a first down, and one of them ended up getting picked off and hurting Blake Shapen's stats. Ben Sims, 6 catches, only 33 yards, no touchdowns. Monterey Baldwin scored 2 touchdowns, which is great. Our defense, I think our defense played great. I think if you take away the turnovers that led to points, like the Gavin Holmes drop and the I can't even think right now. Oh, the kick return. The kick return coming out of half, that one hurt bad. I think I saw something. If you take away points that our offense set up or our special teams set up for Oklahoma State, I think we would have outscored them like 25-24. But our defense played good, in my opinion. Dylan Doyle led the way with 10 total tackles, 6 solos. Um, None of like any sacks. No sacks. Did we have no sacks? So that actually hurt the whole team. Only we had 7 tackles for loss, so that's pretty good. Al Walcott was getting back there in the backfield. He had 8 tackles, 4 solos. Randolph had himself a game. He had really one really good driver. He was there every single snap. Um, Christian Morgan had 1 pick. Gavin Holmes had 3 kick returns for 63 yards, long of 27. 1 punt return for 14 yards. John Mayer did really good kicking. Um, yeah, I mean, I feel like we played good. It's just one of those things like the first half killed us. We scored 3 points in the first half, and that was in the first quarter on the first drive where we should have had a touchdown. I think that was another Gavin Holmes drop, was that first one. But then Ben Sims going down the seam, getting held like crazy, doesn't get called. That would have gave us another opportunity to score. But we go into halftime down, I think it was 16-3. It's one of those things like we came out of halftime. I was like, okay, we still got a chance. We got this. We can come back and win this game. And then opening kickoff gone to the house. We still scored 22 in the third, so I was still kind of like, okay, we got a chance. We got a chance. But our offense just went really, really stagnant, and it sucked. It sucked bad. Spencer Sanders had 181 yards passing, but what killed us the most with him was his running ability. And that's one thing I'm worried about for this year is just being able to stop a mobile quarterback from finding a small little gap in our defensive line pressure. And just going whenever we're spread out all over the field with a bunch of young guys makes it hard for us to stop. Presley for them, he had 86 yards, 8 catches. That was their best receiver. Spencer Sanders had the most yards for a running back. So besides him scrambling, our run defense was great. I feel like our passing defense was actually really good this week, in my opinion. They had a couple plays where it was like broken coverage and everything, but it's just things like that. Like we had that 1 pick that Christian Morgan had, and then Blake Shapen threw that trash time one, and then Gavin Holmes with the drop that really hurt. We outplayed them as far as yards. 457 yards to their 379. They only had 2 more first downs than us, but it was one of those things where it was kind of, I don't even like, the older team prevailed. Oklahoma State is a better team, but we have a lot of room for improvements for sure. Our young guys are going to get better. They're going to start knowing what they need to do, when they need to do it. It's one of those things we just got to give them time. I mean, last year we lost to Oklahoma State, and that's when our whole season turned around, right? Or not turned around, but that's whenever we were like, okay, just like last year, this year too, we won against Iowa State in a emotional game. We came into Oklahoma State week and we lost, right? And then after that, last year, the only loss that we had was to TCU at TCU, which looks really good this year. So don't let this loss hurt. I mean, yes, it hurts. We're 3-2 now, but don't let it get to you and make you think that we suck. We lost to a really good BYU team, regardless of how they played against Oregon the very next week, which just racks my brain. But don't let it get you down and say that we suck. We still have a great chance to play for a Big 12 championship again this year. I'm not as confident just because of the young guys that we have in our skill positions. It's just one of those things. We got to be able to find somebody to break out at receiver. It looks like it's going to be Gavin Holmes and Monterey Baldwin, which is great to see. Monterey Baldwin, I believe he's a sophomore or a junior. Gavin Holmes is a 6-year senior. It's one of those things I just want to get over this week and get ready for Morgantown, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. So we have a bye week. We have a whole week to go over West Virginia, try to figure out how we're going to be able to stop them. Which, thinking about it now, CJ Anderson, that just came out today. CJ Anderson has a concussion, and it looks like he's not playing against us from what I've seen. So he's questionable, but I hate to have to play a team without their best players. And not CJ Anderson, forgot his Donaldson. Donaldson, sorry about that. He is by far the best running back. He's very explosive. He's crazy good, even in the receiving game. But don't want to talk on that too much. So we'll make another video for that next week. So Baylor fans, it's okay. I know it hurts. It hurts me too. I hated to see it, but it's gonna be okay. I promise. But with all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, get this one posted, and get ready for the rest of the week. Anyways, but y'all check out our channel on Twitter, on TikTok now at Lone Star_CFB. I will catch y'all in the next video. Appreciate y'all.